A lot of people, they wake up every day and they have absolutely no motivation to do anything. Some people are lost. Some people just don't even know what they want to do, and they just sit there in their own despair and just sit there like, I don't know what I want to do. And that's a terrible place to be. Some people feel even worse than that, where they feel like everything they do is faced with failure. Everything they touch breaks. Every person they get close to goes away from them, disappears from their lives. That is a very crappy situation to be in. I've been in that type of place before. But you need to understand that in this universe, in this life, everything is for you. Everything that happens to you is for you, not against you. So if you are the type of person where let's just say you have a vase, and you pick up this vase and it just shatters in your hand. Psh, you're like, see, I knew it. I told you this is going to happen, you know. And here's the thing, right? There's an old saying, there's a glass half full person and a glass half empty person. Glass half empty, you're gonna sit there and like be upset and cry and be like, man, look at this, man, everything I touch breaks, and you sit there in that and wallow in that low vibration. Whereas a glass half full person is kind of like, well, I guess this wasn't for me, and you just go on your chipper day. You see what I'm saying? See me though, I'm like kind of like there in the middle. It's just a different perspective. There's water in the glass type of person. You see what I'm saying? So if I see that crumbled vase, I'll probably look at the different shards and the different shapes and be like, wait a minute, I could put these together somehow, or I could do something different with this. Instead of building it up, I could build it horizontally and like pour that like clear resin on it and make an art out of this. You see what I'm saying? That's how I am with stuff. So another way to think about this type of stuff is when you are going somewhere and you are always faced with failure, failure, failure. There's two ways to look at this, two positive ways to look at your failure, failure, failure. When you are doing a lot of something and you just keep failing, you're trying your heart out. I want to do this. I want to do this. You're being tested. How bad do you want it? You say you want it. I'm going to make sure I'm going to give you every opportunity to quit. And if you say like, oh, I'm going to keep on doing this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. That's one way. That's the one reason you're being challenged over and over. You are consistently being faced with failure after failure after failure. But you say, you know what? I'm not going to give up. I'm going to keep doing it because something says there's something on the other side of this. The other way that's positive to look at failure is to say that the universe is giving you information, is giving you a hint, and it's saying like, hey, you keep trying this. Maybe you should go in the opposite direction. You keep trying one thing over and over and over and over, and you keep getting the same results. Do we all know the definition of insanity? Right? So maybe the universe is saying, hey, this keeps breaking, this keeps messing up. Maybe you should look in that way. They say it in a lazy way where us humans, we love to do everything by like the law of least resistance, the path of least resistance. There we go. And sometimes you have to take that into consideration. Sometimes you need to work through it like an option one, or you could be like, wait a minute, it just keeps failing. Maybe this isn't my thing. And then you turn around and go in the complete opposite direction of your failure. If you go in the opposite direction of your failure, what's the opposite of failure? You see what I'm saying? So when you start to go there, you be like, oh, you see, now I get it. I'm going to go in this direction now because now everything is coming to me easily and naturally. Both of those options are applicable. It's just all about which one is your life trying to put you in. And you need to ask yourself that. One last thing I could think about, and I use this in one of my other videos, but that community doesn't like me too much. But it's all good. Is when you are chasing something, all right? A lot of people say chase the dream, chase the money, more people say don't chase the women or the men in your life, but some people say chase the women, chase the men. I've been chasing women all my life, chasing men all my life, blah, 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 blah. Chasing, 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 chasing. When you are chasing something, what does that imply? That implies something is running away from you. So you're chasing it and you can't catch it. You're chasing it, chasing it, chasing it. But then even in business, they say, I'm chasing that money, I'm chasing the money, I'm chasing the money. But then what do they do over time? They adapt and change things to bring the money to them. So they might still call it chasing it, but they've adapted, they've changed it, they've added things to their platform that brought the money to them. You see what I'm saying? So you have to understand that you can't chase things because that implies it's running away from you. In my spiritual side, my manifestation videos, all this type of stuff, I talk about how you become the magnet, you become the transmitter and the receiver, you're both. And everything just comes to you. And when it's time for you to act, you're kind of on the path of least resistance. And you're just like, I'm going to go that way. But there's other times where things will challenge you. It's all the same. Once again, we live in a world of duality, but they all get you to the same point. So I hope that's a little bit of a motivation. Stop chasing things, let things come to you, but also know when it's time to act. When things aren't going right, the universe could either be saying, hey, this isn't your thing, or it could be saying, like go in that other direction, or it can be saying, hey, yours is on the other side of this. Can you get through it? If things are breaking in front of you, it's time for you to like take a real good look. Are you being, once again, pushed in the other direction, or is something always being provided to you? Something, oh, I have a bunch of broken stuff. I can put this together, like junk art. People make art out of cans and scrap and this type of stuff. So everything is an opportunity. Remember that. I hope y'all have a good day. I hope whenever you're watching this, a good evening, good night. But I hope this motivates you. And I hope you can spread this message to somebody else that you love that needs to hear it. To the next one.